It basically was, it wound up being 5 minutes, but yeah, you put that, you back it up on, hey, we're going to talk about this, and then we put it up on our Facebook page, we put it up on links and guests.
Get the conversation going there.
Yeah,
too.
and then, yeah, so I mean, it's really nonstop. I mean, there's not, you know, you can talk about music on Twitter, you can talk about music on Facebook, but you got to talk about other things too. And again, you can't just get into radio for just music, but that's how everybody starts. That's a great way to start getting your interest going.
So let me ask you about and WT. If you have any questions, you want to chime in a second. I won't leave you back there in the corner. He's a big fan. You can tell.
What's up, bro?
You didn't know. We didn't know we were gonna have this opportunity to have you on the air, anyways.
You don't let him in here with you. He's behind the glass and everything.
Yeah, I mean, if you want.
It's a little fishbowl
we gotta keep
back
him
there.
caged up. We gotta keep him caged in the fishbowl. So so you said you're from New York originally, right?
Originally from New York, yeah, from a small town in between Buffalo and Niagara Falls. North Tonawanda is the home office, and you know, like I said, I started in the community college program. Then I went to Buffalo State College, and then I bounced around a little bit. I was in New Orleans for 8 years, and I've been here almost 10 years now.
Okay, let me ask you this. I know, like, with the Ryan Seacrest and the Rick D's, even taking it back to the day, like a lot of, because you're a pretty handsome guy. Have you ever thought about television? You know, how there's that transition, sometimes the opportunity for radio to transition over?
It's a weird thing, you know. I mean, I haven't turned down a whole lot of offers because there hasn't been a whole lot of offers. TV was never what I wanted to do. Jessica, who's on the show, people that listen to the Rod Ryan Show know that Jessica's the producer. And she took all TV classes in college. And she started an internship with me. I actually stole her from another department, but she's been with me now for almost 12 years. And, you know, I don't think she's really looked back either. Radio is just such an awesome medium. It's right there. It's immediate. I'll tell you what, the little TV that I've done, and I've done spots for different channels here in town, and there's just something unnatural about that camera in your face. But you in a microphone and just sitting around with your pals and talking every morning, there's nothing better than it, okay? As I'm talking to you right now, bro, my hands are flailing around, you're seeing me.
Yeah, that's what
I'm wandering around, I'm looking at shiny things in the room. You can't do that with a camera. You gotta always, you know, where are my hands? Where am I looking right now?
Mind your P's and Q's and just keep up appearances. I get what you're saying.
Radio is the most real thing going. It really is. I mean, I know you can do all your stuff on your social media, but man, we're blessed to be able to hang out with these microphones.
I think so. I think that's I hadn't put it into words with the way you just explained, like the magic of radio, the behind the scenes, the kind of thing that draws me to radio. Because honestly, I came here taking a class. I took a digital photography class. I was interested in that. And then I kind of merged into the communications and TV production, and now
sure, man. You're like, hey, let me check out and see what this radio station's all about.
Right, and then I just gravitated toward it, and every week I'm here, I have a blast. It doesn't feel like I'm doing something for class. It doesn't feel like school at all. It's transcendental sometimes. We just get into the music and you're rocking, and then you have your little stories, your little tidbits. Oh, I remember this. If you remember this song from this movie or that and that.
Sure.
And that's what I like the format of your show. It's just kind of. It's a group of friends, and then yes, there's music involved, but here's what's going on. Here's what we're talking about.
There's a lot of lifestyle things. I mean, it's just, you know, things that are happening, and you know, the emails that you get and the calls that you get is when somebody hears something and, oh, Rod, I don't like pulp in my orange juice either, man. Dude, it's such a silly thing, but you make these little connections every day and every morning.
Right.
It's those little connections that you make, and it doesn't have to be a call feedback. You just know whether you're out. And I'll have somebody come up to me, you know, 6 months after we've talked about something, and it's like, dude, man, you know, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is my favorite.
Right.
You guys were talking about that. Remember that one day?
Talking about that. No, seriously, not even just because anytime someone says Cinnamon Toast Crunch, do you remember French Toast Crunch?
I don't.
Oh,
I don't even remember that coming up in the discussion we had recently. French Toast Crunch.
French Toast Crunch. It was like buttery. It was rich. It was like diabetes in a box. It was. Do you get what I'm saying, though?
I love cereal.
And then the milk at the end, it had that just essence of French toast to it.
It's like cement at the bottom of the bowl. It's like cement, and then that's what sends the kids right to the ceiling.
I guess that's why it's for breakfast, right?
Absolutely.
You don't want to feel, and no time. It's like the Gremlins, you know. You don't want to feed them after midnight, especially not Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
So what do you think? Are you gonna? I mean, you got bit by this radio bug. I know you started out, you know, in photography, but you think you got bit by the bug? You want to do it more?
I think so.
I
like. What I like about television really is like the behind the scenes kind of how it all comes together. But radio, you're the one making it come together, and it's still behind the scenes, and you get that access. Like, here, I appreciate you very much. You're my first guest, and none other than Rod Ryan. I mean, score, you know what I mean? Score one for the communication.
It's all uphill from here, bro.
At KACC.
Okay, it's all uphill from here. I mean,
hey, you've done us a great solid, man. We're kind of coming on here, and we appreciate your time. Me and WT, look at him. He's over there, just googly eyed, man. He's a big fan. Now you're still obliged to do the news, brother. Especially
Sorry.
now, everybody's listening. Everybody's waiting for it. We built it up so much.
I just kind of barged in here. I gotta. Yeah, I'm not much of a feet person, so is everybody tied up, laced up
Yeah,
here?
everybody's
Good.
laced up. Yeah,
You gotta be laced up around here. I don't want to look at feet.
yeah, odor. You know what I mean? Just, and then precautionary measures. Just corners. There's corners everywhere. You don't want to jam one of those.
Well, let me say this. For anybody that is going through this program here at Alvin Community College, this setup blows away what I worked on at my community college. Let me tell you. I mean, you guys are updated here. Look around. This is awesome.
No, we're
this
blessed.
really
Yeah,
is
definitely.
awesome here because the stuff that I had to broadcast on, and I don't want to tell old war stories, back in my day, it just wasn't nearly as nice as this. I'll
But
tell
let me
you, it's
say, not
nicer.
only that, but some of the students here, we got TW, WT, we got No Luck Chuck, we got Caitlin Rose, Jordan Sidaro. They're all, if you didn't know any better, I used to listen to this station not knowing that it was a college station when I first got, I'm a adoptee to Texas. And I didn't know it was a college station first off.
Because it sounds so slick. It's slick, man.
There's times when we're just flowing, man. We just get on the roll and it's great. It's rock and roll. We keep it upbeat and we keep it flowing. We got like 3 PSAs an hour, so the music just keeps rolling. You kind of just forget about it. And then some of the PSAs sound like commercials anyway, so you're just going.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this before we let you go, is there
Sure.
like your Twitter, your Facebook, and where people can follow you and keep up to date with your show and
You can log on. Obviously, everybody knows thebuzz.com.
Thebuzz.com.
You can go to our, and then you can link to us from that, or you can go directly to therodryanshow.com. Following us on Twitter @RodRyanShow. I mean, Instagram, Facebook. It's spelled wrong. It's spelled a fickle Rod Ryan Show. We get it. I mean, we're out there, and everybody has to be out there, and that stuff's important. I don't try to downplay the social media stuff. It's super important now, and
it's one and the same now, right? It's an integral part. It's
absolutely,
kind of
and it's instant feedback. It's an instant way for them, meaning people listening to our show, that they can tell us, hey, that was funny, or man, that really blew.
Right. I like the
Believe me,
interactive.
they'll tell you if it blew.
Yeah, that's another thing. The good with the bad, but I like the interactive nature of that social media provides, especially when you're doing a radio, when you can interact while commercials. So, anyways, I dig it. I appreciate you coming in here, man.
Thank you.
We're very grateful on behalf of. There you go. On behalf of Mark Mossman, our director here, and the whole communications department, William Lewis. ACC, thank you very much for making this happen. Appreciate it, Rod Ryan.
All right, man. Keep up the great work, guys.
You have a good day, brother.
Good luck to everybody here.